Not all Israelites in America will go back to Africa due to false teachings from IUIC and ISUPK camps and ignorance. The real Jerusalem is southern Africa. Only the Bantu tribes in Africa are real Hebrew Israelite descendants who speak the Niger-Congo family of languages. The Somali Bantu tribe are descendants of Hebrews taken by Arab Muslim slave traders. The Hausa and Fulani tribes are descendants of ancient Assyrians. Plus, in Nigeria, there is a remnant of Edomites. I know a lot of people say Esau is the white man, but they do not know African history. Also, I believe a remnant in North Sudan and Saudi Arabia. I do believe that Edo and Idoma are Bantu Hebrews, but not Israelite, but Edomite. The people of Edom currently settled in the Savannah region of Nigeria. They are not a missing race because I come from the tribe of Edom. The spelling has changed over the years from Idumea to Edoma, but the pronunciation is still the same. The name Aduma is still widely used in the present Edoma. Esau, whom the Edomites came from, had 2 wives. He married from the land of Canaan. The first wife was called Ada. Ada is a name that is still commonly used by Edomites. Ada is the first daughter of any family in Edoma. The name Edorm is pronounced as Edorm, which means my kind of person. Elah is one of the princes of Edom. He was the son of Ada, but today the spelling of Elah has changed, but some of the people still spell it the old way. My surname is Elah, but the spelling has been changed to Elah. We are the people of Edom. Our tradition is the same with the Old Testament tradition of Israel. We have only one God who is in heaven. We traded in salt and worked with copper, as copper was used as currency at that time. We were told by our fathers that we left our land because of war. We are spread over 3 states in Nigeria. We tease those that went further south that they left us because they went to look for salt. Our women were very hairy, with thick black hair before they started perming their hair with chemicals. The stripped Jewish cloth was our cloth until my father changed the color to red and black. When I asked my father why, he told me it was because of the red soil. The soil of the area we settled in Nigeria is also very red. Some of our names sound very much like Israeli names. For example, Anita and Onyahu sound very much like Netanyahu. Our customs include the peace offering and sin offering and most of the practices by Israel in the Old Testament. There would certainly be discordant notes when the issue of whether the Idoma-speaking people of Nigeria are descendant of Esau is raised. In other words, could there be any historical link between the Idoma and the biblical Edom? Only very few people would give the researcher any hearing ear over such an issue. The reasons are legion, but most obvious is the hatred built up against Esau and his descendants in the Bible. The tempestuous relationship between the descendants of Esau and those of Jacob was predicated on the age-old conflict between the 2 estranged brothers. According to the authors of African Bible, the Edomites were always the bitter enemies of the Jews, perpetuating the enmity of Esau and Jacob, and were always willing to assist an attacking army. The orchestrated attack on the Edomites was further amplified during the destruction of Jerusalem by the Babylonians in 587 BC. Esau bashing became such an obsession of the Israeli prophets that the whole prophecy of Obadiah was targeted at the Edomites, who will be humbled because of your violence against your brother Jacob. Said Prophet Obadiah on the charges against the Edomites, because of your violence against your brother Jacob, disgrace shall cover you. You shall be destroyed forever on the day when you stood by, on the day when strangers carried off his possessions, and strangers entered his gates, and cast lots over Jerusalem. You were one of them. For Prophet Obadiah, the judgment against Esau, which he delivered with much venom, was emphatic as he said, "For near is the day of the Lord for all nations. As you have done, shall it be done to you. Your deeds shall come back upon your head." According to the Bible, God cursed Esau, and so everybody must distance himself from his roots or indeed his name. But as this research effort would show, there is no reason to be ashamed of Esau or his descendants. According to the Bible account, The Edomites, as Esau's descendants became known, established the Edomite Empire that was one of the most famous while it lasted. The Edomites had evolved a complex political structure with the king as its head. Long before the Israelites, that was the favored group, began the clamor for a king. In any case, the origin of Edomites has never been in doubt. The Bible was unambiguous in stating that Esau is Edom. The same Bible also dramatizes the birth of Esau, stating very clearly that he was the twin brother of Jacob, father of the Israelites. Describing him at birth, the Bible said of Esau, "And the first came out red. He was like a hairy garment all over, so they called him Esau. Afterwards, his brother came out, and his hand took hold of Esau's head, so his name was called Jacob." Edo monarchs demonstrate strong affinity with ancient Egyptian gods and pharaohs, with which they share identical authority, grandeur, and a great deal of reverence from their subjects. Like the pharaohs, Edo monarchs are god kings. Because they are god kings and god sons, they are considered divine and worshipped by their subjects, who speak to them always with great reverence, at a distance and on bended knees. Great ceremonies surround every action of the Edo king. The kings of the Bini also adopt Osirian titles of the open eye, signifying omniscience and omnipotence. Edo monarchs, when they transit to the beyond, are like Egyptian pharaohs, set up in state in a linked series of underground chambers, surrounded with paraphernalia of power and all the items they would require for their comfortable sojourn in the ethereal world. Edo, Edomite, Edoma, Idumea are all related words. The Greek called the inhabitants of this region Idumeans, people with reddish skin tone. The ancient name of Edo is Idu. Idu was a progenitor of the Edo or Iduma, hence the expression Iduma, the father of the Idoma. The royal lines of the Edo have been orally transmitted. Idu begot 6 sons: Anana Bugino, who begot the children of Igumale; Alinagvo, who begot the people of Ogboju; Idum, who begot the people of Adoka; Agabi, who begot the people of Atukpo; Aj, who begot the people of Oglivo; Ebibi, who begot the people of Umogidi in Adoka; and Ode, who begot the people of Yala. The point of origin of humans is Africa, and from the beginning, humans exhibited a wide range of physical traits, including skin color, hair texture, eye shape, etc. The San are one of the oldest people groups of Africa, and they have a yellow skin tone. The people of Upper Nile had both black and red skin tones. Images of black and red Nubians appear on ancient Egyptian monuments. Patri's study of ancient images suggested to him that Egypt was the product of racial mixture. He found images of Nubians in which some have black skin, others red skin, and some have brown skin. This confirmed what had been discovered by the 1828 Franco-Italian expedition to Egypt led by Jean-Francois Champollion and Ippolito Rossellini. Below is a detail from one of Rossellini's drawings showing both black and red Nubians taken captive by Egyptians under Ramesses II. The red skin tone is especially evident in people of haplogroup R1b. Among these people were the Edo of Nigeria and Benin and the Edomites. The Edo and Edomites are related genetically. These are among Abraham's ancestors who came out of Africa. These were originally river peoples who moved along river systems and mountain ridges. They disappeared rather widely and settled in different regions including Tigris-Euphrates River Valley and southern Europe. Some lived in the Red City of Petra, the capital of Nabatean territory in Edom. Moreover, with Israel coming under Greek, Persian, and later Roman rule and dependency, renewed waves of Jewish refugees,